Hello everyone, welcome to this week's Astrology News Report, an alternate view of world events as seen through the lens of Vedic astrology, presented by yours truly, Ron Berger. Today is July 31st, 2022. In this report, we'll take a look at what's coming up in the zodiac for August 2022. But before we begin, a note to all viewers: the weekly videos on this channel are available to people who donate to the channel. You are watching the once-a-month free public video. If you would like to have access to the upcoming month's weekly reports, stick around for the link at the end of this video to make your donation. Thanks. As we enter August 2022, there's an important and unusual astrology pattern now in progress. Mars conjunct Uranus conjunct Rahu. All three are exactly together on August 1st at 24 degrees sidereal Aries. All three are considered natural malefics, in other words, capable of doing harm. All three are active significators, that is, they make stuff happen. And they are in an active fire sign, Aries. Mars, the planet of action in Aries, a sign that seeks out challenges, is great for taking the initiative. Uranus, the planet of sudden events, encourages Mars to act on impulse. Uranus also brings the energy of inspiration and realization. Rahu, the north node of the moon, has the signification of great desire and obsession, which, when teamed up with the other two, inspires risky behavior. This combination can manifest as destructive events, especially from Mother Nature, in other words, natural disasters. This has already been apparent during the past weeks, while the three significators were getting closer and closer together and thereby intensifying their energy. This triple conjunction will still be causing effects until the second week of August. On August 10th, Mars changes signs, entering sidereal Taurus, leaving Uranus and Rahu behind in Aries, and the triple threat of Mars-Uranus-Rahu breaks up. Mars in Taurus puts the planet of action in the sign of materiality and value. Therefore, you can expect there will be more efforts to deal with things like inflation. Mars is the energy of aggression and combat. Combined with the Taurian stubborn attachment to the conventional materialist approach, we get a strong need to succeed, with the measure of success being how much of the pie you can get. In other words, greed. Now comes the kicker. This planet sign combination, Mars in Taurus, is going to last a long time. Usually Mars goes through a sign in 6 weeks. But because Mars will be going retrograde at the end of October, it will be spending an extra long time in Taurus. Mars won't actually be done with Taurus until March 2023. So, lots of time for this energy pattern to manifest. I'll be doing a deeper analysis of the Mars in Taurus transit in next week's report. The other part of the Mars-Uranus-Rahu combination, that is, the Uranus-Rahu part, will actually be with us for the rest of 2022. Both Uranus and Rahu move slowly in the zodiac. Uranus takes about 7 years to transit through a sign. Rahu takes 1.5 years. The nodes, Rahu and Ketu, move backwards in the zodiac, in other words, in the opposite direction from the other planets. Thus, When a planet encounters one of the nodes, the interaction usually lasts for just a few days, or in the case of slower-moving planets, a few weeks, as the planets move past each other. But this year, just 3 weeks after the exact conjunction of Uranus and Rahu, Uranus will begin a retrograde period on August 24th. After that, Uranus will be moving in reverse and will therefore keep pace with Rahu, resulting in an extended conjunction that will continue for several months. The combination of Rahu and Uranus is a strange one. Both are independent operators, capable of causing unusual events, and therefore disruption of the status quo. Yet both have the potential for being transformative and bringing realization. So it's a mixed bag. But one thing for sure, with this combination, it won't be business as usual. So we can expect there will be strange, unnatural stuff happening during the coming months. Mercury is an important planet because it represents the rational mind and communications. When Mercury is favorable, we get clear thinking, reasonable discussion, and intelligent decisions. But Mercury is considered a naturally weak planet in Vedic astrology because it can be easily influenced by other planets. Mercury moves swiftly through the zodiac, normally spending only 2.5 weeks in a sign. On August 20th, Mercury moves into Virgo. Mercury owns the sign Virgo and is considered exalted in this sign. It's the planet of rational thinking, in the sign of details and analysis, the planet of making decisions, in the sign of tactics, the planet of news and information, in the sign of discriminating consciousness. But Mercury will be under some significant influence while it is transiting in Virgo. As soon as Mercury enters Virgo, it will be exactly opposite Neptune, which is retrograde now at the very beginning of Pisces. Neptune is like Mercury's nemesis. The planet of fantasy and the irrational will be influencing the planet of rational and the reasonable. So this is not good. For a few days, there will be some confusion, and media stories are more likely to be distorted. As Mercury proceeds into Virgo, it comes under the influence of retrograde Jupiter, now transiting opposite in the middle of Pisces. Jupiter is the planet of increase and wisdom. Jupiter interacting with Mercury, planet of ideas and reasons, produces big ideas and understanding. But this time it's a bit different. Jupiter is retrograde, and retrograde planets don't operate normally. So this aspect from Jupiter is rather suspect. Jupiter's normal confidence and truthfulness is not so reliable at this time, and that will have an impact on Mercury's thinking and decision-making. I'll be getting into more of what's going on between Jupiter and Mercury in an upcoming report. And now one more thing. The new moon this month will be on August 27th at 9 degrees sidereal Leo. This new moon marks the beginning of the Hindu Lunar Month of Bhadrapada, named for the nakshatra, the lunar sign, that the full moon will fall in, Purvabhadra. The nakshatra Purvabhadra is connected with death, cremation, regret, great difficulties, and sacrifice. Bhadrapada has a rather nasty reputation. A lot of bad stuff has happened during this lunar month in the past, like the 9/11 event, Hurricane Katrina, the beginning of the Great Recession. Another ominous thing about the August new moon is that Mars is in position to be sending an exact square aspect to this lunation. Anytime a planet is intimately involved with a new moon, it shapes the energy for that coming lunar month. Mars is the planet of force and aggression. The square aspect is highly problematic. So, just a heads up here, the next lunar month, beginning late August, is likely to be kinda rough. So try to avoid scheduling important events during the last 5 days of August and the first 3 weeks of September. Okay, there's a brief look at planetary patterns for August 2022, and here's a description of what's coming up in August's videos. August 7th, Mars transiting in Taurus and the effects for your rising sign. August 14th, astrology analysis for politics and world events. August 21st, Uranus retrograde, conjunct Rahu and square to Saturn. August 28th, a preview of planetary patterns for September 2022. You'll not want to miss out on all these great upcoming videos, so if you'd like to have access to the coming month's weekly reports, donate $20 by clicking on or touching the donation card you see at the end of this video, which will take you to the donation page. And if $20 for a month is too much for you, you can donate $10. The link to each week's report will be sent to you via your email. Here's the link. Just click or touch the card, which will take you to the donation page. If the card does not appear or doesn't work, you can find the link in the comment section below. Thank you, and until next week.